How to do, everybody? Um, yeah. So I put up a status about an hour ago that asked people what they want to argue about. Got some pretty good responses. Figured I'd go live, talk about it. Like always, if you want to join this live, feel free to let me know in the comments. I will send you a link to join this, and we can have a nice little chat. I do this when I get bored and I don't have anything else to do. So I want to address some of the things that were put in the comments. So first, we had my freshman sister Veronica. She said, "What people will spend their $1,400 on with the stimulus check?" I already know what I'm buying. I'm buying a Bugatti. Okay, it's been a lifelong dream of mine. I've never, I've never ever since I heard Lil Wayne talk about it. I've always known that that's the car for me, and I think $1,400 puts me right at the number that I need in order to get that. So I am streaming this live on my YouTube page and on Facebook. I don't know why I'm doing that, and I think it's because I can. Like that's really the reason. Yeah, so put it in the comments. I can actually pull your comments up. What are some of the things that you're spending this $1,400 on? In case some of you don't know, they're talking about the $1,400 stimulus check that's supposed to be on the way. I think President Biden signed that bill into law on Thursday, late Thursday night, early Friday morning. Yeah, and it's kind of like it's a way to stimulate the economy. Now, it's not just $1,400 stimulus, but that's the part everybody cares about because people get $1,400 for themselves, and they get yes, indeed. That's my cousin Melvin. A boy say he buying a baby tiger. I mean, Carol Baskin. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. So I'm with that. But yeah, like I was talking about, we talking about where the $1,400 coming from. So that sounds like $1,400 more dollars right there. This is $1,400 more dollars. When you got children,
$1,400.
Yeah, he see my Capri Sun that I was sipping on. I got a little bit left in here. So
there we go.
He see my Capri Sun, so that's why he came up here. But this is also $1,400 for those of you who did not know. So I'm $1,400. He's $1,400. Uni's $1,400, and Alejandra's $1,400. So that's a lot of $1,400 to go around. Oh, that's my boy Flex. I don't know what you mad at, Brody. Like, but yeah. So people getting these stimulus checks. Like I said, this is what we talking about. We talking about the $1,400 stimulus. What are you buying with your stimulus? I'm buying a Bugatti. My cousin Melvin, if you see the comment, he's buying a baby tiger.
Crab legs.
That's a Uni in the background. Uni's buying crab legs. Y'all know we ain't good over here. No lobsters and shrimp. You know what I'm saying? $1,400. Oh, he said his baby ain't here yet. Oh, you're bad. You know what I'm saying? You know, Lex came right in the nick of time. Lex was born right before the coronavirus got popping. So he was born late 2019. And, you know, they hooked us up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, but this year we going, Brittany said she need $1,400 for her dog. I mean, that's kind of a child. You know what I'm saying? You got to feed it. But, you know, fortunately, they don't give dogs social security numbers. But shout out to Champ. I think that's the dog name. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Champ, I've heard several things about you via my freshman sister Janae on Facebook. But yeah, anybody want to jump in here? Y'all put it in the comments. I can literally just send you a link. You jump in here, we talk about whatever. But in terms of that $1,400, I think we were on the part about Joe Biden signing it into law. So the last time we got stimmies was under 45. Big Lex with $1,400. Oh, trust me, Lex won't see a quarter of that. But the last time we got that, 45 was the one who signed in the law. And I think they started distributing checks within 3 days of that being signed. The Capri Sun gone. So you out? All right, Brody. You got me 8 views, so I appreciate you. But be careful. So yeah, last time 45 was the one who signed it. Oh, he goes to daycare, vet bills. I have to feed him. I mean, that's real. That's why I said like a dog is like a child, but you don't get $1,400 for dogs. If there is a difference, then that is the one that I'm going to choose to harp on today. That you don't get $1,400 for that dog. But yeah, 45 signed it, and I think they was distributing checks within 3 days. So people with direct deposit, you guys are gonna see your check start pumping in probably early to mid next week. And some other people who don't have that information on file with the IRS, you're gonna get paper checks later on. But either way, $1,400 is on your way per person. And that's if you didn't file your taxes this year, don't worry, they used last year's. If you didn't file last year, don't worry, they used the year before that. So don't worry, they're gonna try and get you some money. Interesting note is people on child support. Usually they take all of your stuff, but even if you didn't get the second stimulus check, you were entitled to it. So if what happens is if you filed your taxes this year, then they're going to add that on top of to this current stimulus. So that's I think the last one was $600. So that's $2,000, that you can get back if you missed it because of child support. The Department of Revenue ate that first check up. So what was the first one? $1,200? Yeah, they took all of that. But the second one, even if you didn't get it, you're entitled to it. So if you file your taxes, then you're gonna get that, and then you're gonna also get this next round of stimmy. That is going. Yeah, but I'm buying a Bugatti. You keep flowing, but I'm going to the next thing. My friend's brother Jeremy Battles, who I was talking to yesterday. I'm waiting on Wesley Cargill because that's who I was planning on talking to today. But I'll talk to anybody. Like I said, just let me know you want to jump in, and I'll let you. Wesley, Jeremy said he can't see his forehead. All he has to do is look in the mirror. There's no argument about that. You can't look at it without a mirror. I'm looking at my forehead as I speak, and it is beautiful. Sabanar said he wanted to talk about poorly designed socks. So personally, this isn't an issue that affects me much. I'm not a sock stan. I like colorful socks. Don't get me wrong. I like my socks to be fashionable. That's the word. I like my socks to be fashionable. So I like, colorful socks. I love Miami Heat socks, but on any given day, you will catch me in a good old pair of black socks. It doesn't matter the brand. I just wear black socks. That's where I am. But I do understand that some cheap socks, they end up tearing very easily. You don't have enough comfort when you're walking. I think good socks can actually side note, I was bought good socks for the first time. I don't know. It was sometime during this relationship with Uni. I think either she or her parents bought me some Miami Heat socks, and they were the most comfortable socks that I had ever put on my feet. And I felt like I was walking on clouds. And so I guess that's the point that he was trying to make, is that good socks that are made well, they fit your feet and they, comfort them. So I could dig that. Let's see. Why the Miami Heat is a poverty franchise and would still be a poverty franchise if LeBron did carry them. So this is by Curtis Ford. He's a fan of the Orlando Magic. That's the joke. Then Wesley, who's supposed to be on here, he said the importance of using a wash rag, not just hands and bars of soap. All right, so I don't feel like this is a discussion that needs to be had, but apparently it does. That's not a problem that I've ever encountered personally. Yes, it is. I'm not going to talk about who it was, but there's a person that I used to know very well who did not believe that a rag was necessary when they were taking a shower. And I thought that person was gross. That's, to put it lightly, that's just, it was a girl. So that person didn't believe in using rags, and I thought she was gross. Yeah. I'm hesitant about what I should say moving forward now that I'm on all these platforms, but I think I've said a lot of things. The answer is I did end up performing the coitus with her even after figuring that out. But, I made sure that she used her rag and a little soap or whatever, or however she got down. But that's nasty. Interesting, though, is Uni calls rags towels. So there is no difference between a towel and a rag to Uni. Uni right back so she don't have to jump on. Yes, it is. She's nasty. And Melvin, you know who it is. And Jeremy, yes, it was yucky. What's happening? Oh, well, Sam, I'm live on here. Sam, you should jump on here because I am wearing Sam Williams' product, nobody's favorite, on this stream. This is his clothing line. You guys can check my boy out. Sam, I want you to jump on here. If you say yeah, then I'm going to send you a link to jump on here. But I want you to jump on here in order to talk about your clothing line and some of the big things that you're doing, because I see you and your wife doing big stuff. Oh, washcloth? Absolutely. That's what it should become. But no, Uni calls it, she calls them towels. And that confuses me. So, because sometimes she'll tell me, can you go get me a towel? And I go get a towel. But she talking about a rag. A small towel. She calls it a small towel. And I don't understand how that makes any sense to her. It shouldn't, because they're two different things. They're for two different purposes. One is used to wash, the other is used to dry.
A dry towel and a washing towel.
You can hear in the background making no sense whatsoever. Talking about a drying towel and a washing towel. Okay, whatever. So I see 6 of y'all watching this, and I don't understand why nobody is saying, "Hey, Royal, send me the link so I can jump on in here." But either way, but she calls both of them towels, and it's confusing. Oh, I just turned on the live video by accident. But yeah, that was. It's disturbing, but it gives you insight into what I'm dealing with on a daily basis with this woman. It's tough. Okay, so this one hurt me to my core because this is a person who I have loved every day of the time that I've known her. I have never had a bad thought. I have never spoken an ill word of this woman, and that is my very good friend Raven St. Louis. I've known her since high school. This is a relationship that has been cultivated for more than 15 years. And her opinion under that status disgusted me. You hear me? She said Cinnamon Toast Crunch is for the birds. So let me break this down for y'all. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my favorite cereal ever. All time. Like it's the Miami Heat of cereal for me. Okay, so there is like I'll take other cereals, but I ain't gonna dare put them up against Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What cereal? If Cinnamon Toast Crunch is for the birds, what cereal do you like, Raven? I don't even believe I've ever had to raise my voice at Raven. I've never had to talk to her sternly because she is such a wonderful person. But now I'm wondering if that was all a lie. I'm wondering who is this monster that I have befriended, who I've trusted. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know, my boy, as you know, my guy, Jeremy J. Battles, the owner of Right on Cue Barbecue. He's out there slanging. I think it was the GBL league that he partnered with, that he out there cooking for. But yeah, he was on here the other day telling us about the journey of Right on Cue and the legacy of it, the history behind it. And I think that was a really interesting conversation. We also talked a little bit about marriage and fatherhood and stuff like that. So go check out that other stream, GBL. I got it right. So yeah, as my cousin Melvin stated, she is out here disrespecting Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I want Raven to get in these comments and tell me what cereal she likes. Please. Oh, he's also selling food tomorrow if you want some. We need a location, Jeremy, so people know. He's also in Tallahassee. So if anybody in Tallahassee is watching, then you go ahead and put that out there. But I want to know what other kind of cereals people like to eat. Because, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is it. You know? Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the guy. It's number one. Numero uno. Where is second place? Raven, please get on Facebook and defend yourself. Nobody has any countering arguments, so that it makes it very difficult to sit up here and just fuss at the screen. Okay, so my girl Yamili Hardy, she brought a pretty McClay school. So McClay peanut butter Captain Crunch. It's not even in the same league though, Jaron. It's not in the same league as Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's not even close. So he'll be selling food tomorrow at McClay School. If you're going out there, if you're out that way, if you're not out that way, go out there and get you some. But I was going on to my girl Yamili. Yamili put a comment under the status, and she said, "What are the pros and cons to spanking your kids?" I think that's kind of deep, but I don't mind. The pros, it works. I mean, that's one of the most honest answers that I can give. The pros to spanking your children is that we'll get back to that. But the pros is that it works. Okay. One of the cons, and I guess I'll flip back and forth as my mind does. Like I'll just go back, but exactly. Captain Crunch versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Wait, stop. This is the taste you can see we talk about here. Okay. But so the pros is that it works. The cons is that sometimes parents don't necessarily have the discipline to know when they should scale back. Like disciplining your children is sometimes an emotional experience. You get angry, you're frustrated with them. They've done several things that kind of piss you off, and so you're to a point now where you feel like, okay, it's time to get some straightening done. But in that emotional state, sometimes we lose sense of the fact that this is supposed to be a disciplinary action. It's a punishment, yes. They're meant to feel it, but you're not doing this to release the energy or the emotions that caused the action to come. Anger is usually the most common. So you have to, while angry and whooping your kids, you have to try and learn to balance those emotions, because you can't wait. Hold on. Prove to me it's the best cereal, and I might retract what I said. No, Raven, you get on here and prove to me why it's not the best cereal. We have to talk this out. I don't want to do this through the comments. That's not the purpose of this. I don't want to monologue. I don't want to dominate the conversation. I want people to join me in this conversation. So, but back to the cons, like when the emotional parts of it is, if you're getting too emotional, you're too angry or something, you can toe that line of abuse where you're going too far. So that's one of the cons, is sometimes you don't have control over the line that you're not supposed to cross as a parent while you're supposed to be disciplining. The pros, it's an immediate response that helps them understand. Like, look, I spank. I did. I don't know if you call it what I spank. I whoop. You hear me? I whoops. I mean, no, I don't. I did. I gave my daughter spankings, whoopings, whatever. I gave her whoopings until she was about, I don't know, 8, 9. And then that stopped. Never whooped her again. Now there are other forms of discipline that we exercise. With Lex, it's early. You know what I mean? Sometimes words don't always get the point across. And so, you got to, give them a little tap, little encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I encourage my children via the spanking and the tappings. Yeah, but that's a heavy topic. Now these conversations are so much easier to have while I'm bouncing them off of somebody. Like, I'm just monologuing right now. I'm giving one side of one perspective, and I don't like those types of conversations because I don't like to dominate conversations like that all the time. My cousin Bobby Boucher said, "Don't get me started." It's Anzio, and we argue about literally everything. There's nothing that this man don't want to argue with me about. So, somebody jump in this live with me, man. Like, y'all asked me for this link. I'm just gonna put the link in. I'm still trying to wait on Wesley. Because I want Wesley to come on here, and I want to hear his opinion. I love that guy. But I'm going to leave the link to this in the thing under the status. And it's going to say somebody jump in with me, because I want you guys to talk to me. I want to talk to my friends. I'll be able to see you in the background. You can share this video. You can promote whatever business it is that you want to promote. You can. Oh, I need to change this banner. I don't like moments of dead air, but sometimes I understand that you have to have moments of dead air. Other thing I'm changing to say, follow me on Twitter and IG. I got 1,000 followers on Twitter, you guys. I know. I can't believe it. I am so popular. Like, that's just that's how it is. I'm an influencer now. I've been telling everybody that ever since I got 1,000 followers, I'm an influencer, which means that you guys want to push your product. Bro, just being honest, I want somebody to jump in here so that we can have one of the conversations that were brought up in the topics. I really do, because I really want to talk to somebody. I want to call somebody on the phone. I'm gonna call probably Melvin and tell him to get in this live with me, because Melvin is my cousin, by the way, and I love him. I don't know if he's gonna pick up the phone.
Hello?
Melvin, jump in this live with me, bro.
Okay.
All right, I put the link under the status, so just click the link.
All right.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna have my boy Melvin come on. And Melvin is a different type of person from those that I customarily have on this show. Melvin's more laid back than anybody I've ever met in my life. But it's kind of like once you get him to open up a little bit, then he's an entirely different character. He's hilarious. Just with the sheer not caring ability that he has, like he's able to compartmentalize his emotions better than a lot of people. He won't tell you that, but I'm speaking on his behalf for once. I see we got one person in here. Hello, one person. Thank you for being the one person that's still in here hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. Some of these folks will not join my live. I can have up to 10 people in here, so we can make this one big live party. Everybody can share it. Everybody get a little piece of shine. Everybody get a little camera. We can make some jokes or whatever, but I'm not going to do this for too long by myself now. I cannot handle that. I can't do it. I've been on here 21 minutes by myself, Uni. 21 minutes just talking to the air. Oh, the boy is in the background. Yo. What's happening? You can't hear me?
You can't hear me? Hold on. You hear me now?
What? No, I can't hear you.
Now?
I don't know why I can't hear that boy. Look at how pretty he is, though, boy. Y'all see that boy? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me? Oh, yeah, you was about to answer me with words, ain't it?
You hear me now?
No, I cannot hear
Can't
you.
hear me?
Go. Let's see. What is your edit your mic set? I'm editing your mic settings.
You got it with the closed caption on it?
Huh?
You got it with the closed caption?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. I can't get him in here. Leave out. Come back in. I'm gonna remove you. Yeah. Okay. So he left. Man, I thought we had one in here. I want to see. I'm gonna make him in here with me. One of y'all should jump in here with me for real, because I want to make jokes with people or just have a serious conversation. I want to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. These videos are going to be an attempt to show my diversity or my flexibility. That's not what I'm trying to say. What's the word that I'm looking for? Diversity, I guess, is one way. I'm diverse as a person. I'm nimble. I'm a chameleon of sorts, in which I can have a conversation about anything. Kind of, most things. So I'm trying to display that for some people. Some people think I'm all about sports and controversy, which I am all for. I'm all for the controversy because I'm not a puppet. That's one thing that I want to talk about social media puppets, where people get on social media to agree with everything that they see on there. And they will tie themselves in a knot to agree with two things that are not possibly the same. It is infuriating to see people who avoid controversy at all costs by trying to avoid having their own opinion. Hello.
Yo. You hear me now?
Oh.
You can hear me now? Huh?
You got headphones? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute now. What you said?
You can hear me?
Bro, here's my thing. I think I was able to hear you the whole time. I just got these headphones in and I had the headphones turned all the way down.
But you're the communication specialist of this. All
Fam,
right.
fam, I literally do this every day. Every day I do this exact same thing. And
Right. That's how I go, bro.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Which one of these topics that you heard me talking about piqued your interest the most? I know the one that you commented on.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, the cereal caught me off guard because there's nothing out there that even touching cinnamon toast crunch. But my strong two is my strong number two is Frosted Flakes. Is my strong number two.
Frosted Flakes
is my strong number two.
Man, that's old school. There. That's old school. There. If your number two is Frosted Flakes,
what's your number two?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I just
So,
go to I just go back to number one. What you talking about? Like, that's like if anything else in there. Oh well, I guess kind of like I've been growing partial to what it is, honey bunches of oats.
oh no, you just old. That's some taste buds going, cuz. Yeah, you just well, boy, you
it's,
ain't showing, boy. I ain't gonna lie
it's
to you,
over
boy.
with. It's over
Boy,
with. What?
boy, you ain't showing, boy. I can't even save you with that one.
But listen though,
You
listen.
nigga, your next favorite cereal gonna be Raisin Bran. Watch.
I like Raisin Bran Crunch already now.
It ain't bad, but that's gonna be your go-to cereal soon. You getting old, bro. Like you.
What? Well, first of all, like even Cinnamon Toast, I don't have a go-to cereal. Cereal got too much sugar in it. Like I can't really be eating. But yeah, like I can't be eating all that now. Like that's just, and then that milk, whoo boy. Now you want to talk about showing your age? Tell a bit to put some dairy in the rotation out
boy,
here.
Ain't never not talking about drunk milk, boy.
Ooh, boy.
Lactose be real by then.
Listen, boy, it'd be a long night at 24/20 when that happened, boy.
Sure, any address at that point. Them dollars get different after a certain age.
Man, listen, they built different, bro. And so that's one of the things that I want to talk to you about because, like, me and you were caught in like a time loop for a very long time in which I did not recognize you being over the age of 12 until you were like 22, 23-ish.
Right.
Like, what has that experience been like? Like getting older is something that I want to talk to you about because we were vastly different. You've seen me through most of the stages that I've taken in my life. Like I'm vastly different now than I was 10 years ago. You're vastly different now than you were 10 years ago. Like what has that been like for you? Like getting older and just that general thing.
Getting older?
Yeah.
Like getting older. I mean, I really don't realize I don't realize I'm old until I look at my son. Honestly, you know, we were young daddies out here, so you know, and I had him at 19, so it was like I don't really feel old until I see how big my son done got. But I mean, it's a learning experience, honestly, bro. Like I'm just learning as I go. Cause you know we have these conversations a lot when we get face to face about me growing up and what like I said I need to do eventually. So it's like I think I'm enjoying it. I'm learning more and more about a day.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think that's important to do. Like, and them kids, they for shit show help you get right in terms of like feeling your age. Like, you know what I mean? Right. You got one. You just got Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was there. I enjoyed that. You know, that was cool.
Right.
But then, you know, the boy waited 13 years before he had a nothing. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm about to be just like you.
That's what I already know, bro. If you have another one.
Say that keyword again.
If.
Hello.
If. But listen, so it's kind of like with kids, like I thought it would be a similar experience to what I remember about being a young dad. All this energy, I'm ready to play all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm 30. I was 31 when that boy Lex was, born. You know what I'm saying? Like
the bones have got a little fracture.
You feel me? Like I like
no more wind.
I like to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like when that first child was born, bro, what I was about $150, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, hold on, boy, doing 90s.
You know,
in the marching 100,
marching
straight 90.
You know what I'm saying? New little baby. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what I mean? I'm a little more than 150. A little more. You know what I'm saying? Little rounder. You know what I'm saying? Got a little more hush to myself. You know, that's
a little more man weight. A little more man weight.
You feel me? You know, the boy that grew up a little bit, but now I don't have that same level of energy, Melvin. I be wanting to go to sleep.
Right.
I'm tired.
Ain't no sleep. No sleep. Ain't no such thing. There's no such thing as sleep, bro.
And I think he's one of the ones that helps me feel my age, and then he's also a person who helps me rewind the clock a little bit. Like, because I don't know if you froze, but your face is stuck.
Yeah, you definitely went out.
Okay, but yeah, you back now, I think. I can't go out. This is my live. That boy must be getting a phone call or something. Look at that face.
Okay, I'll do it again. My bad. Hey. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I can put you full screen. But not like
Okay.
what I was saying is like with Lex, it's kind of like he helps me feel my age with all that because I can't move like I used to.
Right.
But he also helps me get back a little bit because it's like you gonna have to move. You can't just sit down because I ain't finna sit down
At all.
No, so I want to play.
Going to run. I'm going to run.
Yeah, that's not right now. That ain't no currently running. Like, not
he got that.
Yeah. Like, listen. First of all, boy gonna run a full flat by the time it's all said and done with out here, because he might be a marathon man. Because the boy can run back and forth between me and Alejandro room for 30 minutes uninterrupted.
And not doing just that.
That's it. You get more tired of listening to him run than he is of running.
Oh, that's bad. I mean, you know that. He getting busy.
Oh, yeah. Boy gets out of there. But see, you at a different stage, though, with your child. Like, I want to talk about you and Christian right now. Christian, what? 8?
Yeah, he just turned 8 in a second.
Yeah, Christian just turned 8. What's that like? I know 8 can be a very aggravating stage when it comes to children because they smarter than they was. But they still dumb as shit. Like,
bro. This the only Christian the only nigga I let text my gangster more than one time, bro. He's the only one, bro. I promise you. He's the only one I let text my gangster more than one time, bro. I can't do nothing about it because they ain't nothing but a mini me. Because I text people against all the time too, bro. So it's like, yeah. So it's like a double dose because I can't really do nothing because I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's like I don't know, bro. I really don't know, bro. Like it's like I said, it's still new to me every day. Cause like I promise, I told Shamari last night, bro. I said, bro, I don't believe I'm a daddy, bro. And I've been one for a whole 8 years. I don't believe I'm a daddy still. And I've been one for a whole 8 years. Like I know I have a son, cause like obviously I have one, but it's like nigga, like where, like bro, ain't supposed to be no daddy right now, bro. Like
what is going on? Like you,
bro.
And that's one of the things that I was talking because the other day I put up a status that kind of like pissed people off, and I was like, why people with no kids always want to talk about what people doing with their own children, like, and that kind of like, and
it ruffles some feathers.
Yeah, just a couple, just a few. You know, not many, just a few. Yeah, of course. And I don't care one way or the other. But yeah, that was one of the things that we was talking about. Like, people was just like, do you believe that only people who've birthed children could understand or give advice on kids? I was like, no, not just people who birth children, but you have to. There's a certain thing that you begin to understand after you had a child. Like, it's not something that I can quantify. It's not something I can say. It's the same, but it ain't the same. Like with me helping with my brothers and sisters, it's the same, but it's not the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we got little cousins all over the place who we've had a hand in raising, even taking care of some children. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's the same,
but it ain't the same.
It's not, and that's no slight to people who don't have kids. Like, I don't want people to think that that's a shot at them. I'm just saying that there's a different level or a different, like, you got to worry about something different about your children every day.
Right. Right. Because it's a turning point per day. It's like something triggers them every day that you got to figure out what's triggering them.
Yeah.
Or they have like this little, what's the right word I'm looking for? This like little
a crisis.
Yeah, a daily crisis, you want to say. That you got to figure out, like, bro, like, how, like, first of all, why is this on your mind? Why is it bothering you like this? You got to talk about it, and I got to figure out why you're talking to me about it, although I know why you're talking to me about it. And then, like, we got to figure it out.
You're the first person.
Yeah, the first person that you're going to go to. Like, so, like, it's a learning curve for everybody, bro. Because, like, when with me, because, honestly, the difference between me and you, okay, you's the oldest of your siblings, and I'm the youngest. So like when it comes to like everybody ran to you, including myself. Everybody runs to you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Nobody runs to me. Like I always ran to people for help. You feel me? So it's like,
Yeah.
so like when my own son comes to me about advice, it's like, bro, I don't know. Like I really like I'm giving you an answer on which like off me winging it, and hopefully that answer like satisfies what you want me what you wanted me to tell you.
Yeah, but I think some of the best parts is that there are certain times he gonna come to you with stuff that you know.
Right.
It's certain things like I know this for a fact, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm gonna show you this, and you're going to be better than me at it. Like because you're gonna have a head start. Like I already know it. But yeah, trust me, that doesn't go away anytime. Like in my case, my oldest child is 15 years old.
Right.
Like, and it's a girl. All right, so there's already a blockage there that I'm never going to understand
at all.
Right, but her evolution is similar to mine, but it's completely different considering that world that she's growing up in.
Facts.
So
okay, right.
That's something that you always have to be conscious of as a parent when you do, because any little action as a parent every day, it is speaking of what you're talking about. Every day, these motherfuckers have a little crisis.
Right.
They have a mini crisis. And that crisis can be defining for them.
No matter how small it is.
No matter how small it is.
It can mess up your mind some way.
Yeah,
or the way you move, yeah.
And so as a parent, like as somebody who takes care of kids and like as a brother or sister, that's not something that you have to worry about. Like you do, but you don't. You know what I mean? It can impact you, but not to the level of that decision with a parent. Like every day I have to make sure that I'm walking the line. Okay, this is in line with who I want you to know that I am.
Right.
Like, if I don't know something, I promise you I will tell you I don't know. I'm not going to make it up.
I can't give you a lie, bro, because you can take that line and run with it, and I'm going to look bad for telling you that lie to begin with.
And then on top of that, they have Google, Melvin.
YouTube, Google, bro, listen, bro.
When we was kids, bro, lying to our parents was so much easier than it is to lie to these children. And right. I think that's one of the things that our parents don't really understand about being parents nowadays. They believe if you tell them to do this, this is how they should respond.
That ain't how that go.
That ain't how that go, bro.
That ain't how that go. The world done changed so much. This world changed by the second, bro. So it's like,
yeah,
that's not like them old school ways. They work, but they don't work. Like,
and I think that's one of the things I was talking about with spankings and whoopings and stuff like that. Whoopings work, but they have a place now. It's like not like you don't have long with it. Like before, they could whoop us clean until we was in like middle school, high school, and stuff like that. You can't whoop these kids.
You really can't whoop them until they about 5, and then you gotta stop by the time they like 8 or 9. Yeah, like you can't really whoop these kids, and if you whoop them, you gotta be like give back with a hand or like a shoe. And don't leave a bruise. Like,
because it's like it's not like, and I'm not saying that I advocate on behalf of child abuse. That's not what.
Never do.
No, nobody wants to do that. But I believe that there's a line that you can toe in terms of disciplining your children, and that window that you have for that line is smaller than it was years ago. Like parents back in the day, parents could come to your school and beat you.
Had that in front of the class.
They could beat you at the school.
Right.
If you go up to Christian school right now,
I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
And it's easy for people to sit back and say that we need to do this and that with our children, but it's like y'all really don't know how much power these kids
that y'all giving the kids at this point in time in your life.
Did I see the invite that you gave me? What invite? Can you show? No, I'm getting it. I don't think she finna jump. I put that underneath the status. I think she sent me an invite for something. I don't know. Just being honest with you, I just know I'm in trouble whenever she starts a sentence with "sir," like I know I did something.
Oh, trust me. Oh, listen. That "sir" down here means a lot.
Yeah.
If somebody say "sir," ooh, that's like saying your middle name.
Oh, for the baby shower, I have not seen an invitation for anybody's baby shower. I didn't know y'all was having a baby shower. Just being honest.
Congrats.
Yeah, she finally having a girl. Like I was hoping so bad that she had a third. Boy, it would have been amazing for me. But
You dirty.
but no, Kanisha, I did not see it. But girl, it's Rona down there. I'm not finna drive down there for no baby shower. I appreciate the invite. I love you though. I'm not coming. No, don't resend it. It's not worth your time. I'm not coming. I'm not doing it.
Bruh, you are
Look.
live, bro. Don't be doing that.
She should get on the live too. Like Kanisha, I'm finna send you an invite to the live. She could get on the live. She probably gonna cuss me out on live, just being honest.
But listen, bro, she
Guys-
can chew you up.
Listen, bro, this I can have as many people as I want on here too. Like it's so great. But I can have like 10 people up here.
Oh,
But
that it did say that. That is lit though.
yeah, like they make you pay for it. But
Ain't nothing free, bro.
no, but it's also a great tool. Like I kind of want to get back into this, and I'm doing this more so to make people get an understanding of what's going on, like in my life for real. I want people to get an opportunity to know more about my real life, and so I'm going to let them talk to people who are in my real life, like my cousin and one of my best friends in the world, Kanisha, who has a potty mouth. She talked through Facebook.
Damn.
Oh, she sent me a message through Facebook, Instagram, and text. Whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
you know. Oh, you know you getting that
Oh.
that invitation.
Bro, it's there somewhere.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah,
It's definitely there.
get on here and talk about baby collision. But what we talking about? We're talking about beating these kids.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like you can't really do what you want to do to children no more because that's not something that's seen as
Right.
I don't know if it's right because look, like some of these children are out of hand. Like the rate that these kids grow is ridiculous.
Yeah. This one boy, I just read this boy went to Adrian school at Cross Creek. Bro, he just got
Why?
hey.
You just let him out now.
Yeah, bro, listen, bro, I want the world to hear your mouth. I'm live on Facebook and on YouTube. So I told him I want people to start getting a better sense of the people who mean stuff to me. And so I want to start talking to people on live, and I'm just gonna start broadcasting it everywhere so that they can start seeing my friends. And you're one of my friends, and you're
I'm
gonna
not
get
your
on here.
friend. I'm your second wife, first of all, / baby mama.
Okay. Okay. She married to Uni too, y'all. Like she's already claimed Uni. Uni knows everything about this.
I ain't gonna lie, Roy, boy. You share unit with a lot of people, boy.
Bro, listen,
Derek got 6
You
husbands.
only share her with me.
Listen, bro. Listen. When I tell you, I have to fight so many of y'all to
Oh, you ain't gotta fight me. You know, I know my place.
This one, she don't. I have to fight her all the time to remind her that this is my wife. She is engaged to a whole nother man.
Yeah, she right here.
What's going on, bro? Like pregnant, and then she right here claiming my
Right
wife.
here.
Baby collision. Like these are the people who talk trash about me. We're talking about beating kids, Kanisha. And I
beat
think
That
kids,
should be your
Kanisha?
favorite topic because your mama used to beat you at school.
this we gonna
You ain't gotta bring up. Don't bring up the past.
get in
right,
time
cuz.
out. Get in time out. I had to put her in time out, bro.
Ooh, she
Bro.
brought up some old stuff.
So let me tell you, like we was just talking about that, Kanisha, and then like I was just made it seem like it's something that used to happen. I didn't tell everybody it used to happen to me.
Look, you already know. You put me on here, so you already know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
call Lifetime for you because I know you're ready to tell your story.
I'm not gonna tell my story. They won't be
Nah,
arresting my mom. They
no,
won't be arresting
no.
my mama right now
Nah, we
for
ain't telling
stuff
no
she
stories.
did. No, you snitches get
No
stitches. For
Oh
real.
Lord.
Tell. Yeah, I'm not
Nah,
worried about that. But yeah, like where are you on the whole, beating your kids thing? Because we were just saying like it ain't the same as it used to be. Like you can't beat these kids the same way.
It's really not. I'm actually going through that right now. I have 2 boys. They're big.
Now, what you mean big? What you mean by big?
She mean they grown. Like
what age? What age? No, like I'm at the age.
well, like 14.
Yeah, one is gonna be 14 in December, and I will have a 12-year-old in June.
Oh, you got grown ass man.
That's what I'm saying.
My son, hey, he grown, so I know.
She got to
But
fight. She got to fight to you, boy.
No,
Oh yeah, them fists, bro. Them straight fists at
you
this point.
you laughing. We just had an incident like a couple of weeks ago with Trayvon, and I had to really catch myself from beating him like he was a nigga off the street.
Like he from Pompano.
Pretty much. I had to remember that was my
Mhm.
child.
But that's where he's from, though.
That's where he's from.
I'm from
Yeah.
Pompano.
Yeah,
I
like
know he's from Pompano.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
your children
Like a nigga,
got
like a nigga in the
Pompano
hood.
blood running through their veins. Like
Well,
I
mine
don't.
do
I know
too.
it's way worse today with this generation because you're dealing with so much as a parent, especially with competition with games and YouTube, and it's like these kids be smelling themselves. Like, back then your parent like get the fuck out my house or whatever the case may be. So it's like I tried to pull that stunt with my son. I told him to get out. He said, "Okay." That nigga walked way to Lauderdale. So it's like the discipline today is just these kids don't care. They feel like, oh, mama gonna do what do for me anyway. Daddy gonna do for me anyway. So I don't care. It's to the point now. I looked on my son's laptop. They have it where the kids can actually send a message and say, "Oh, my mama, my dad is abusing me, or they beating me, or whatever the case may be." It's horrible. It's horrible. They give these kids so much leeway to do what they want, but if you knock them out, they want to call the police. If you
I-
whoop, then they want to call the police.
What we was talking about is like one of the things that has also changed. I think we recognize how it changed the world, but we don't recognize how it changed parenting. Is the internet? The internet has revolutionized communication. And
Bro,
if your child has a
listen.
phone, if your child has a laptop, tablet, any device that can
Anything.
connect to the internet, like if they feel like they're being abused, there's an avenue for them to reach out and say that they're being abused, which has to it brings a level of pause to every parent in terms of what you're going to do with your children.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
And
can't
it's
just
even
go
more
to
different because they communicate. They do communicate a lot through them things. Like I just got Christian a phone on Christmas.
yeah.
And boy, listen, I already seen some conversations. I'm like, yo, bro, you 8. Like, why are you even talking about this?
Yeah.
Like, bro,
No,
like,
you
what you even talking about?
laughing. It's serious. Cause like a couple of years ago, my oldest had a phone for the first time. This little girl checked my son talking about she want to suck his dick and want to have his baby. Little girl, you don't even know what that means, but because you have older siblings, you see
Right.
that. But you got
But
the
that's the
wrong
thing,
child over
too.
here.
That's the thing too, though, Kanisha. You gotta understand, because some kids are like exposed more than other kids are.
Mhm.
Cause like mine's low key sheltered. Like I don't need cause like I was out there at 8 years old. I knew what was going on at 8. So I shelter my a little bit, right? Exactly. Like cause especially this dude right here we talking to, he helped. So
Well, first of all, I am a good, upstanding gentleman in this. I have 1,000 followers on Twitter. I just want to make sure that y'all know that. Okay, that's
bro, I don't
only
care,
good people can get 1,000. Only good people can get
Bro,
good people can get
I
1,000
got
followers.
story for days, so don't get me started, okay, sir?
Listen, I will end this shit immediately if y'all start telling stories about me from my
I'm not
past.
telling no stories.
These folks don't know me. They know
They
who
don't.
I show them. Don't.
Right.
Y'all better
Right,
be
a
quiet,
loving
man.
father and a husband and a loving husband. That's what he
Thank
is.
you.
And a,
That's who I
and a
am.
great talk show host.
Period.
Thank you.
That's it.
Period.
And a great cousin and big brother. There we go.
But seriously though, these kids really got it going on. I even went to the point trying to like discipline my kids military style. Like I had them doing squats and stuff like that. That didn't phase
That don't
my
work.
kids at all.
That don't work.
It works
don't
for a
work.
while. Like the
It
thing,
works
like
the
you have
first
to
day.
get creative with the way that you punishing your children, because like at one point, taking the phone was, that was the go-to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But my
Taking the
daughter,
video game.
take the video game. My daughter got a phone, 2 laptops, a tablet. Like that's what I took the phone and I saw her texting people from the tablet. I was like, damn, I gotta take the tablet too, but I can't
Yeah,
take the
old
laptop
phone
because it's for school. Yeah,
Right.
bro. Like, and it's like, and then you got the games. Like you can message people through the games, and
Right.
I just
You
found
can-
that out.
you cannot cut off the communication between your children. You can't cut it off. There's too many avenues for it to happen. And I think sometimes our parents, when they talking about us disciplining our children, they remember it like they remember it, which means I could take this one thing and then your whole, like if they took our phone, that was it. Ain't no talking to nobody.
Yeah, we had landlines.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They can literally go in there and unplug the telephone and cut off the whole internet.
Right.
You remember that?
Mhm.
If you was on the internet, they could pick up the phone and cancel your whole little booty line that you had going on.
Hello.
Like,
Oh.
Period.
they could just
Hey,
cut it
well.
out. Now, look, I can unplug the Wi-Fi. She can turn off the Wi-Fi on the phone and use the cellular data. Like,
Mhm. It got so bad over here. I had to take their TV off the wall. Like that's how bad it got. It's like okay, 'cause it's like you. Okay, I took the cable box away, but because it's still connected because of these smart TVs still connected to the Wi-Fi, they on YouTube, they on this, they on that. So I'm still
they
gonna
using
watch
Roku.
TV. Right.
but it's like,
So-
but like
so
even
it's
TV
like-
though. Like these kids don't watch TV no way. They watch YouTube.
Exactly.
Like what happened to
The cable
TV?
box. And then I unplug the TV. I walk in, my oldest son plugging it back up.
Cause
It's
you're
like-
not gonna watch me this whole time, mommy. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. You're gonna walk away from me.
With me being pregnant, I sleep. I'm about to be in my last trimester soon. So it's like they take advantage. Like me and my husband went to the Heat game the other night. They come in my room and take the phone and turn the phone on. But we're gonna know mama be back around at least 9 o'clock. So we're gonna do what we do and then turn everything off. But y'all try to be so smart, y'all dumb. I know I left my TV on. So who was in my living room? Because it ain't on the same channel.
Now, the more things change, the more things stay the same. You know what I mean? Because as a parent, one of the things that I will always say is that when I used to be trying to figure out how my mama always knew what I was doing, I now understand how my mama always knew what I was doing. Because your children,
think a certain way.
the children always think they're a step ahead of you, but at the like you just understand, like, child, I've been here. Like you cannot
do
pull
this.
everything. I do this.
Right,
I
now
did
you know
this
me out
already.
of all people. You know how I used to be.
Come on now. Come on now.
Y'all know
Like-
what kind of mama y'all got, do y'all?
That's what I'm saying. Like every trick that you done pulled, I
I done
perfected.
did though.
I perfected it. I know the
On
moves.
everybody,
That's what
from
I'm
grandma on down.
Come on, baby. I lived in the house with my grandma and my great grandma.
Come on,
Okay.
I done
Finesse.
created some tricks. Like, come on.
Telling you.
Ooh,
Telling you. Like that's the
Man.
thing. That's the thing. Like about parenting. Like it's an evolving thing. Like I don't think anybody should believe that there's one way to parent your children. There's not,
There's
because it
not.
depends.
It's not.
It depends heavily on what type of person you are, what type of people your children are. Like,
Mhm.
what is it that you want to teach your children? It should be the ultimate thing that we try and get out of parenting. Like, I don't necessarily want to discipline my children for everything. I just want to teach them to
Right.
be good people. Like, just
Yes.
be a good
Yeah.
And
person.
communicate.
Yeah,
'cause
communicate.
If you beating them all the time, they're not gonna want to communicate with you. And
Right.
it's like
Or if you fuss at them all the time, so they gonna walk
Right,
away
and
from
then
you a lot.
it's like we know how it is to be kids, so we try to like understand where they coming from. But it's like
Right.
we
Right.
start acting like our parents too. Like, okay, now we see why mom always fuss or why she did this, why she did that. So it's like with us being young parents, we try to relate to them, but it bites us in the butt sometimes because it's like they
You
don't
think
look
I'm your
at us
friend
like
now?
that. Yeah,
Right.
Now you think I'm your friend? Like, no, but it ain't even that type of party.
Oh, fam.
Like,
Oh, we will cut that off real quick. I ain't
Well, I would check you.
your damn brother. I'm not that, fam. Okay?
I'm gonna check you up to this ceiling real quick and drop you, boy. You better go on.
Tighten up. Like,
Like,
that's
I done tried everything in the book as a new generation parent. I done tried
Right.
incentives. I done tried, like I said, military. I done tried punching you in the mouth. I done tried whooping you. I done tried everything. Like, cause back then even though we did what we kind of wanted to do, we still had enough respect for our parents like, to try them in their face. Cause they put that much
That's
fear
what
in
it is.
us at that
Right.
point.
Right.
But it's like these kids these days don't have that fear that we used to have. We ain't gonna cuss in front of our parents or be like we don't care whatever. 'Cause I'm 30 years old. Even if I do slip up, I'm still apologizing to my mom because I have that much respect and fear for her.
I always say, I'll be like, "Mom, excuse my language," and now let it fly. I'll be like, "Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad." And then
both of y'all better than me. Don't do none of that.
No, I mean, don't get me
Different.
wrong. My kids ain't to the point that they do that, but it's like they still, like I tell them, when you don't listen or you doing what you want to do, that's still a form of disrespect. You're still disrespecting me as your parent. It's like, fuck what mom got to say. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, like that's.
And that's how
But
I
I mean,
feel.
at a certain point, you got. But that's why it's like once they become teenagers, that's when you have to do the most reflection as a parent, because it's like, okay, now y'all at the age where y'all understand the context of what you're doing. When you're young children, you try and mold them, but when you become a teenager, you understand what you're doing. You know what that means, like, and so now you have to communicate more as a parent, just to kind of. I don't know. I don't want to say like you spoil your children, but you got to build that trust with your children so that they feel comfortable enough to come to you and tell you anything. Like even the stuff that you don't want to hear.
It's more of a development thing at a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more developing.
I still think that the 2-parent household plays a part in that too. Because I'm a single mother. You know, I got my husband now.
You got 2 boys.
I have 2 boys.
Yeah.
So
Boy,
it's
that's
only
different.
so much I can
That
do
you can do.
or say. And they, like I said, they will respect me enough that that's mom, so we ain't gonna try too much.
Yeah,
but
she gonna
you
get
know, she gonna get tried because it's
I gotta
like
test your
that's
gangster.
not
I gotta see where you at.
And like I said,
that's the wrong gangster. That's the wrong gangster.
When I tell you, my youngest he tested my gangster because one thing I don't disrespect no adult. And he walked away. He walked away when he didn't want to explain himself to my husband. So what you're not gonna do is walk away. So I'm gonna yank your little ass back. That's the first step. And then you try to fold up. So he ended up on that ground, and I tell you, I had to really like, look, little boy, I'm 5'1", I still would beat your ass. I don't give a fuck how tall you is.
Listen, I've seen.
They'll be the ones.
First of all, I've seen her fight boys, and so so I already know. Like I already know what time.
Certified.
Come on, man.
I don't want to do my kids like that because
you love them. You love them. But I will. But I will do it.
But I feel like you still need that. Unfortunately, their dad isn't around. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Whatever. But like I said, I feel honestly, if he was around, they wouldn't probably be the way that they are in a sense because they do have questions. They do ask, you know, like, am I like my daddy or you know, there's different questions like that. And the type of person I am, I have no filter, but I don't never want to bash him to them.
Right.
So I really just not answer that question.
Or you let him answer that. Like he's like, yo, call him.
Well,
like talk to him.
You know,
I already know. Hey, I'm giving advice to everybody, not just you. I'm talking to everybody.
A general thing, yeah.
Yeah, general
idea. And that's why I have a strong. When I say strong, like I'm really struggling against bitter females because you can't do it by yourself. I don't care how much of a great mother that you are, sweetheart. You can be the bum ass mama that you want to be, but you can't do it by your fucking. At this point, fuck your feelings. It's like let that man be there, especially if you got boys. Now, if you have a situation where you know you just for your safety or whatever the case may be, like me, okay. But if he's trying to be there, let that nigga be there and get the fuck out your feelings, cause it's gonna be hard, honey.
It's gonna be more.
It's gonna be hard. Like my husband, I'm trying to get him to understand, baby, we together. So you know,
don't talk out your house. I don't want to hear what you try to get him to understand. That's between y'all. To talk. No.
But I'm just saying, like as a female, don't think you do it by yourself. Yes, you ain't the first single mother, you ain't gonna be the last. But bitch, just let that man help you because that's gonna mold the child. Yeah, because that's gonna mold the child. Because when you go back to science. What they say, that baby is half of you and half of him. So just like that little attitude that you're trying to figure out where it's coming from, that might be from him, and he might be able to help you with that attitude. So it's you
probably most definitely from him. Yeah. Like I think my situation different because I got a girl. Like my first baby was a girl. Like she was an amazing baby. She didn't get bad. She didn't get bad until she started talking. Like that's when she got ratchet and she started to show signs. But it's kind of like with me, like the discipline it ain't even really all that much because she is a good child. Like I don't have to tell her nothing. She just go and do what she's supposed to do, and she's just a little asshole. That's all it is. And if you
But
can't
nigga,
deal with that,
you want to.
see, bro, we're not talking about me, okay? We're not talking about me. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's to what you were talking about. Like, a lot of time, them children, like, there's so much of you in there. When you see you, then you know how to deal with you. Like, and sometimes the other parent don't necessarily know, because that little asshole was given. We're not gonna say nothing, but that little asshole was giving my baby mama fits. Like, that little asshole was giving, because she didn't know how to deal with what was happening at the time. But I don't have a problem.
That side of you was coming out. That's why it's a good thing to co-parent.
Boy, look here.
Co-parent. There's nothing wrong with that. And
I
that's
tell you.
because you have deadbeat moms too. Co-parent. Because
Say
at the end of the day,
that line again, because people don't understand that little line.
co-parent. Because at the end of the day, these kids don't ask to be here.
No,
they really
Facts.
don't. And you don't realize when one parent is absent from the home, it still affects that child.
And
Because
especially
they
when the one parent who's there, like people don't. The reason that you co-parent is because, like you said, you cannot do that shit by yourself. Like, when you're doing it by yourself, all of that stress, it is bound to come out some way, and you're gonna take it out on them children. And they don't deserve that. Like, they didn't ask to be here, just like you said. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's like, I just wanted to make sure that we put that out there. Like, bro, like, you take that shit out on them kids when you start to get frustrated with parents, and you cannot do that. That's why I am eternally grateful
it's no
for what's happening
manual.
here. I think you're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna like having a daughter. I think the initial parts are gonna be great for you.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, I already know, because you've been wanting a girl. I wanted you to have a boy so bad. I said that, and I wanted to. But yeah, if this little girl, I know she's going to be amazing early. I'm waiting on the turn. Like, when she,
I honestly don't think it's going to be one, because at the end of the day, whether if me and my husband work out or not, he's such an amazing person to the point I would be able to co-parent with him.
Yeah.
So it's like, no matter whether we're together or not, I feel like she will have two great parents that will mold her to the point that she will be a great person. And like I said, my kids are great. It's just certain things that I see they daddy in them.
They testing that gangster of you.
There you go.
It has to happen.
It has to happen. It has to happen,
especially with boys. Like,
oh God,
like, that's why I'm trying to get myself in shape now. My daughter, she tests my gangster in a different way. I know Lex gonna have to get these hands. I already know it.
Christian already get him. Christian already get him.
Listen,
a little 2-piece and going about your business, girl. I don't hit him hard though.
Don't
hit hard. I don't hit him hard.
You don't want to add that biscuit and gravy on that form.
That's why I don't want to hit my kids, because I don't. And it also comes to a point of I don't want to think it's okay for a female to put their hands on them either. Because see, the way I'm set up, you touch my child, I'll beat your ass. So that's why I also try to refrain from about to break their neck, because I don't want to be like, well, my mama did it, so it's like, it's okay. That means I'm loved if a female do it. No, because see, I don't need you going to jail, and I don't need you thinking it's okay for people to put their hands on you. So that's why I say you gotta also be careful how you discipline your kids, because you don't want them to think that, well, that's how my mama did it, or that's how my daddy did it, so they love me. So that's how I'm gonna grow up thinking love is. Yeah,
that is also very interesting.
I've never thought about it that way.
But that's very interesting to consider, how you transfer the love of like women to how your relationship with your sons. Like, but the same thing works the other way too. Like, Melvin, you got a son, so you teach him, like, not just how to love a dude, like, as a person. I don't know. You teach him that it's okay to love a man.
Yeah.
I teach him it's okay to have male friends. Ain't no loving no man. Yes.
It's okay to be human.
I love you.
It's okay. Emotion.
That's what I'm saying. It's okay to show that. It's okay to express that. Yeah, I think that's what I was getting around to.
It's okay. It's okay to show like an affection towards a man. Like if you real cool with them, like you grew to have like as one of your close homeboys, like your cousins, your brothers and sisters like that. But
you can tell him that you love him.
Huh?
You can tell him that you love him.
I tell him I love him all the time.
I'm saying that
Right.
Christian, you can tell you make it okay for him to tell another. Like we live in a society where some,
like
where-
his homeboy. Oh yeah.
like we live in a
He do that
society
all the
where
time.
everything takes away from your masculinity. Like
Right.
anytime you show any form of emotion
Oh, you
like
weak.
that,
Right.
you weak. Like they show it as a sign of weakness. And I think that's one of the things that fathers have the opportunity to show their sons by being present in their lives. It's not weak to show emotion. I love you too, bro. I'm gonna slap you in your mouth,
Mhm.
punch in your face. Like we know we're gonna squabble, we're gonna argue.
Mhm.
I'm gonna buy the steak that you're gonna need to put on your eye, and then we're
Mhm.
gonna eat good, laugh good, and we're gonna continue this train. Like that's, and I think men sometimes you're missing that component, so you don't understand how to properly like disagree, love, and move on. Because the way women love is obviously different than the way men love.
Right.
But women have a harder time loving, disagreeing, and then moving on. You love, you disagree, and then you stay there for a little while. So you know,
Right.
men who don't experience that moving on part, when they get mad, they get in their
They-
little.
They linger. They linger.
That's
they
what I'm
dwell-
saying.
They
Right, they
dwell
don't know how to
on it.
deal
They
with it.
dwell
They
on
throw
it. Yeah.
hissy fits, and then they start to express that anger in ways that ain't always copacetic.
Masculine.
Like,
As a
you know,
man.
yeah, like I want to
goes
punch
to
you in
how
your
you
face.
raise your kids and
Everything
the
plays
future
into it.
relationships. Right. That's why I say co-parent. Like even like I said, co-parent. Because y'all both play a part in that child's life, whether it's a man teaching you how to be passionate or to be able to express yourself without you feeling like, oh, if I show this, I'm weak or I'm gay or I'm this or I'm that. But in reality, that's a healthy relationship. If you're dating a woman, we want you to express yourself. We want you to be compassionate with us. But you got to learn that from your parents. It starts
True,
at
but Kanisha,
home.
I get that, but you just said something that I really don't agree with. It's like you always like how women always say, "Oh, I want you to show me that side of you. I want you to show that." Like honestly, I'm gonna tell you my past relationship and Ray could test to this. My last, yeah. Come on, cause I'm with it. Cause like it's actually another girl that's not my cousin. Like you feel what I'm saying? So or my auntie. So I'm gonna tell you. You say women want a man that can show them affection and all the other stuff. My last relationship, I express myself probably, huh?
You express yourself too much.
Too damn much. It was I expressed myself too much, and then it's one time I teared up in front of my girl. Every time we got into an argument, the first thing she brings up is the fact that I cried in front of her face, which made me to never ever in my life to like bring a tear out in front of a woman's face, except for my mom or my sister.
All right, let me get you together. Don't never in your lifetime let somebody make you feel like you got to change who you are. If that's who you is, you're gonna find a woman that's gonna appreciate that for one. Two, sisters hurt for one. If she's not used to that you're not used to something, you're going to push that away or turn that away or whatever the case may be. Or if she didn't receive that in her household. Like my mama, I witnessed her, like she got married, she was married. I witnessed my stepdad showing his compassion and expressing himself, and my mom never said, "Oh, you weak for me," or "You too weak for that," or whatever the case may be. Like I said, it all comes to your upbringing. Now, it do be some situation I saying is yours, where women be asking and begging, like, just open up to me, just talk to me, just let me know how you feel. I'm not a mind reader. And then when the dude finally decide to do that, you gotta realize you done made this girl so hard, or you made her put a wall up. It's like, okay, well, when I did try with you, it's like now you don't. Now you know you didn't want to try, but now you want to try. You want me to be compassionate to that.
But that's a never-ending cycle, though. Like, so if he opens up and then you reject him for opening up, you don't already put your wall up, so you're rejecting him opening up. That makes him feel like he never wants to open up
right.
again.
But it's
but
like
because he made you. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's asking somebody to trust you very early on. Like with emotions and feelings for men, like you risk getting the response that he got. And it's
but we also grew up like you said, we also grew up saying like, nigga, if you cry, you weak. If you show this, like you weak. So like a man gonna always put this like this hard front on, like, man, ain't nothing about me scary. I ain't pussy. I ain't gonna cry. Like I'm about this action at all times. And that's the front most women want to see. So like when you do break down and show your emotion outside of like a death or something like that, like it's like, oh, you really weak, or they'll like sit there and laugh at you low key. Cause like when I did it, the one time I did do it, I seen her chuckle at me the fact that I actually cried in front of her outside of my grandma's death. But
I
I
ain't
seen
gonna
her.
lie.
I
I ain't
seen
gonna lie.
her
I would have
laugh
put
at me
hands
about
on
the
her.
fact that, huh?
I would have put
I would've
hands
had
on her.
I would have had to tell her about
Who you,
herself.
who you laughing at?
Listen. Listen. I wasn't registered then. So oh yeah,
And tell the
oh
Lord
yeah.
thank you for
But
it.
look,
And
but
hello,
look,
cause listen, cause
the
about
more
my little
look,
emotions, cause
the moral of the story is y'all ain't together no more. So that
fact,
the
facts.
right person that's for you is gonna be understanding. We're gonna always go through trial and tribulation, especially with our relationships. It's trial error until you get to the person that God made for you. So
Right.
that's why I say don't never let nobody make you feel like you can't be who you are. Cause
That's
it's
Facts.
tough.
real.
So
That's
it's
real though.
like,
That's real. That's what I was
That's
saying. Like
real.
it's like to hear somebody, to hear to talk to somebody that they know you but they don't know you.
Yeah.
Like
Like
it's
not.
different. Cause like family members they'll tell you some bullshit ass.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yeah.
somebody that's just like blood raw with you, like low-key like a therapist. I'm saying you a therapist, but you get what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
see, and I'm not telling you something that I'm not, I don't tell myself because, like I said, Roya, I know this not about me, but just to tell a little bit
Mhm.
about me. Roya knows me for a very long time, and the thing I've been through, you would think that I would be just a hateful, don't give a fuck about nobody in this world,
Well,
but
you
I
don't.
didn't let. Hey, I still have a heart, but it didn't get me to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna try love again, or I'm gonna be a hard ass all the time, whatever. Don't get me wrong, like my husband tell you, or Roy tell you, I'm a nigga, I'm a real nigga. But I know if my
Certified
man
step.
need right, but if my
She
man
have
need,
pockets. She got moments
but
where
if
it's like, bro, I would never. I would never. You would what? Like, boy.
who, like sometimes
Jeez.
I have to check my drawers to make sure it's not a, what I'm saying, because that's how it be. But like if my man needs me, I know how to put that woman cap on and say, okay, I can't be hard with him. Like when he cried in front of me, I ain't be like, oh nigga, you soft as fuck, don't do that no more in front of me, da 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 da. But another chick probably been like, oh nigga, why you crying in front of me, da 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 da. Like I said, it's who's meant for you that will understand you.
I think
And
it also goes to their maturity level. Like some women are
that
mature enough
too.
to understand that. Like some people are just naturally immature, and they can't get beyond that stigma that a dude who isn't masculine all the time isn't a man. They
Yeah.
can't get beyond that. And so once you reach, I think certain times, like we all need to grow beyond a certain point. I think women
Yeah.
mature faster than men, but there's a level that women get to where they
Not all
begin
the
to
time.
understand. Not all the time. Not all the time. Some people are stuck on stupid. Like I just.
There we go.
That, as a matter of fact, we're gonna wrap this up like right now because we've been doing this for an hour and 12. Y'all stay here, and I'm gonna tell y'all we're gonna have a different conversation. Thank you, everybody who tuned in to my little experiment. I'm gonna do this again, bring in more people from my real life to talk, but I'm gonna talk to them for just a hot second. I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.